So I managed to download the latest version of Syndicate's World here. Had a bit of a play around with the throne room, virus wall room, call it what you will. This is what I've done with the staircase. Rather than leave it solid stairs, I decided to open it out and turn it into a room behind the stairs. Just a little bit of extra space. It seemed like it was going to go to waste otherwise. There's also a staircase leading up there, back up to the room above. We'll come round the other way though, up the main stairs. So through the door on this side, around the corner, and there's the staircase. Go up the side. The virus wall, as it's been termed over this side, is another pane, so I've turned it into a corridor to avoid having to do anything else with it. Far wall's just got a pattern of stone on there. Created a little viewing point over the room there. Completed that wall over that side, added a few broken bricks in to make it look better. And there's the staircase that comes up from below. And this bit in front of you, bookcases, bit of a corridor, but what are these pressure plates for? Well, this door over there gives you a clue. All the workings are hidden behind there. We'll go around and have a quick look. This mechanism was courtesy of somebody else that I saw on YouTube do a three-way, 3-block by 3-block wide opening door with pistons. Took a bit of a pain to squeeze it in into this area. Quite a bit of trial and error, because in this case I'd actually started off with where the door needed to be and needed to work backwards from the instructions that are on YouTube. Anyway, this is what it looks like. It's a pity the frame why that happened. But there you go, all the bookcases disappear out of the way, and once you're on the other side, there's a pressure plate and it all closes back up again. Need something to do with this area. You have to make any point of that, but the idea was it could be the other room. So out of this way. I did go off on a bit of a wander for the next bit, but I've hopefully cut the clip back to where I should be heading. So outside, no I haven't. This is just a pointless wander round then. Sneak peek over there of the lighthouse that I've done, which I'll show you later. Yeah, I meant to cut this bit out. I was trying to figure out how to get up to the top and I forgot, then fell off the wall. Had to come back round this way. Should have gone out of the upstairs bit in the room up here, of course, the first time. While I was doing this bit, I was still trying to figure out how to get up there. Then I suddenly remembered, and this is where I thought I'd done the cut to. So around this corner, I've done a little bit of editing in this room on the end there, not a lot, just opened out a hollow space. So next thing, go off and see the lighthouse that I've done. So this one was trying to copy more what real lighthouses look like, with a shape where it's got a sort of narrow bit that goes in, opening out to a wider area at the top. The lights at the top are animated, they spin round, a bit of redstone work there. Tried to keep the rough design the same as what Tom had done, with the building off to the side. Other than that, I thought stripes horizontal were more accurate. I live here in Plymouth in the UK, and the lighthouse we've got up on the Hoe here called Smeaton's Tower has got horizontal red and white stripes. So to me that's what lighthouses look like. So inside, outside first of all we've got a dock including pillars. Tried to copy what they've done over in Fire City. Inside, I quite like the pattern on the floor with the different types of wood. Gives it a nice texture and a little bit of carpet with the green. Needs a lot more interior decor really to make it work. The staircase took a lot of doing to try to make it so it didn't just fill the whole space, but this is what I ended up with 3 or 4 different floors on the way up you can get out on. Haven't done anything with those floors yet. There you go, that's second floor and slightly bigger floor, and we're nearly at the top. I think it's this next floor is the top. Yeah, there's all the redstone there. So to start and stop this mechanism, initially, it had a mine track round the outside that used detector plates to trigger the things off, but I didn't like that, so I've replaced it with a pure redstone version now, where you start and stop it with a quick flick of a lever. Actually, you have to stop it by breaking the redstone, wait for it to stop, recreate the redstone, flick the lever to give it a quick pulse. So I followed Syndicate's live adventure backwards to find out where this Syndicave was, because I couldn't get the transporter mod to work. I've put my own sign in there. That's my YouTube name, not my Twitter name. But I've done a few other Minecraft videos if anybody wanted to see them as well. And yeah, somebody in the comments, Syndicate mentioned, I think on the video, that somebody said there was a domed top to it, so I decided to try out what that looked like. Quickly threw this together with glass. I think it looks pretty cool. Clearly if it's not Tom's preference, then that's fine. Flat roof works as well. Yeah, when Tom was on his live adventure back, he saw a torch where he suddenly realised he'd been there before. This is that torch. What he missed, because he'd got tiny viewing distance on, was that just next to that was his base looking at the end portal temple thing. Literally missed it by that distance there. So close. And then of course he didn't know where he was, and the adventure would have been much shorter and quicker. But hey ho, things happen. Also, while I was following his trail back on YouTube video, I found and put waypointers for all the other signs and things that were based. So this is the coordinates for the Roy's rocket, if anybody wanted to go there. I do fancy going back there and actually building that into a sort of Apollo base with a rocket actually looking like it's going to take off and things, but hey ho, maybe one day. Also the wall of vines with lots of different signs on. So I didn't do separate waypoints for all the different signs on here. This you can get from this one to all the rest that are on the wall. So there we go. Yep, there we are. And the next thing was where Tom left his boat when he arrived from the island. Still there, waiting, and headed off in this way. On the way, he'd seen a tiny little island in the middle of the ocean, which he wanted to stake a claim to. He didn't have any signs with him, so I went back and did that on his behalf. So there you go, claimed that island for him. So yeah, that was stuck out there in the middle of nowhere. And the next thing we're going to go and have a look at is the Enderman sign. When I can spell it annoyingly, I realised at this point that the waypoints are case sensitive. Bit of a pain. Anyway, yep, so those are the coordinates for the Enderman sign. Next one to look at is... oh yes, while I was tracing his route back, I found this odd staircase block floating in the sky in the middle of nowhere. I'm guessing it's a block that was used as a corner marker for the chunk of the world that Fire City imported, that they probably used that as the top corner to mark the chunk that they were going to import into this world. Don't know for definite, but it seems to have just been left hanging there in the middle of nowhere now. So next sign to go back to was the Dawson's Creek. I did think it would have been funnier to have called this Dawson's Creep as a bit of a play on words, but hey ho, there you go, Dawson's Creek it is. So there's that sign. And the coordinates for it, if anybody wants it. And another sign. I think this was the first one that he put in as I was working my way back. This one was a lot easier to spot thanks to all the torches. I wish he'd done that with all of them. Would have made tracing his route back to the Syndicave so much easier. I think he actually says in the videos that he should have put some torches down to find the way. The other thing I found in finding the route back here is off this way from the Syndicave. I actually missed it one of the times I was trying to find my way back without the coordinates, and I found this other island to the north, I'll call it. Could be north. Feels north, don't know why. Yep, could have done with skipping this bit. Bear with me. Bear with. Bear with. Anybody know what reference that's to? Yeah, probably not. Okay, anyway, this area just directly north has an NPC village in it. And unlike the two which Tom came across on his journey back home, when I came to this one has NPCs in it. This is the texture pack I've got. They look a bit like trolls, orcs, whatever. I think he must be a baker, miller, something like that. And then there's another one which I'd seen in here before, but he would run away, or she'd run away. Over there, who I'm guessing must be a butcher from that apron. Either that, or they've just been out killing people for the sake of it. And then back to the main house. A couple of other things I've done around here. I sorted out the doorbell chime, put that back on to do something. Still sounds horrible, but there you go. Oh, this is one that's bugged me for a while. Syndicate Tom did the melon farm with its automation, but it's so simple to make it more automated. Just put a pressure plate in, run the redstone round, and then just by walking into the farm, it pops all the melons off there ready for you. There's a couple there where the bit I've been doing underneath, I think I've broken the redstone to the piston, so it stops. Other than that, and I've opened up the area underneath for the underground wheat farming as well. This bit has got an annoying glitch, which if anybody can tell me why it does this, I'd appreciate it. So there's an area over here, it's all fertilised and things, and you put some seeds down on it, and it's fine. Put some seeds next to it, first seeds disappear. Don't pop off, just disappear. Put some seeds there, put some seeds next to it, those seeds disappear. And put them in different places around there, and depending on which square you put them in, it will pop off the seeds that are next to them. Sometimes they pop off with the seeds reappearing, sometimes they just disappear. If you leave them there for a while, they tend to just disappear on their own anyway. Can't figure out why. As far as I can tell, the water supply is the same as the rest, but could be something to do with it being a 4 deep area, could be something I've done different with the water supply, I'm not sure, but it was bugging me for ages trying to make that work. The other bit I've done, if I'm heading where I think I'm heading now, as you can tell I'm doing this voiceover after I'd actually recorded the video, I put an entrance back into the underground minecart bit. I think it needs something down there. So I'll put it in next to the bakery because that's where Tom had mined his way out last time. Put a little groove in there because I kept accidentally opening up the water to the pond above, and it kept coming down and destroying the track. With a little groove there, it stops it. I'm going to skip most of this bit, just jump to the end because to show you what's the next bit. So I'll get started on this journey and then jump to the destination. There we go. And that's because I went through and actually put down the minecart all the way through for this bit. Now, of course, for the minecart to work and the mine track and everything, first of all, you've got to have roofed off the sea. So, yeah, I went through and did all that. Even in creative mode, that is a pain. Trying to make sure you've stopped all of those infinite water sources touching is a right pain. Anyway, skip the rest of that journey, jump to the outside. It is a long trip, that one in the minecart, even longer than the one to Fire City from Tom's main house. Of course, that brings you out here. And rather than fly back to Fire City, which is quicker than the minecart, but still, I've set up a waypoint to jump straight there. So yeah, that's the coordinates for there if anybody wants them. And then I wanted the coordinates for the sneaky sand bit that Tom did in the video on his way back home. It amused me, this bit in the video. I was literally laughing out loud. Anyway, so there you go. Those are the coordinates for that bit. I like the fact it's left a track. That was a really useful thing to be able to look for in trying to figure out where he'd been on the journey back to follow the route. Where did I go next? Oh yes, top of the tower. This building that they've done in the Pimp My Minecraft video. I was flying around it, clipping turned off just to see what they'd done, how they'd built it, that sort of thing. And go on a little bit of a detour here, so ignore this bit. I forgot which tower it was that I wanted to show, so I'll go into the wrong tower to start with. But yeah, where they've got these chunks of gold in the tower, I noticed that inside this one to the right there is a huge vertical tower of gold on the inside. Pretty pointlessly, because very little of that is actually visible from the outside. But if ever you were playing this and you wanted some gold, there's plenty there. Yeah, as you can see from the outside, hardly any of that's actually visible, so most of it's just there pointlessly. The other thing I found in flying around this video with no clipping on was a little bit of redstone over here. Now I think this was where Tom had got the exit into the tree farm outside from his office, and whether the people from Pimp My Minecraft had intended to do this as a secret door that opened up to let you through past the furnaces, I'm not sure. But there's lots of redstone around there, which seems to be joining up the bookcases to the pistons that are just behind and under these furnaces there. So those are the pistons holding something up at the moment. And yeah, they're just behind the furnaces, so they won't actually connect to it. But yeah, if there was a lever on the wall over here. Yes, I had to check which block it was that I needed to put the lever on. Bear with. Yep, following the redstone. Yep, that's the one. That's the block I need. Yep, that block there. Then I tried putting a redstone torch on, which didn't work. Then I put a lever on. There we go. Come on, there, and flick the lever, and the pistons go down fine, but nothing actually opens up. So whether that was something that was a work in progress, maybe they ran out of time, maybe it was an accident that they copied it across from somewhere else, I don't know, but I'd be interested to know what it was they'd got in mind to do there. Or did they go down? No, they haven't. No, that's how high they were before. Yeah, well, that's it. That's what I've done with the world. That's what I've discovered on it. Let me know what you think. See if you've done anything better. Very impressed with some of the other lighthouses and things people have done in the world, and certainly the things people have done with the castle is awesome. Anyway, that's it for now. Have fun.